What it do, what it do, how y'all feeling? Welcome. This is Ash Neil's Radio. I am your host, Ash Neil. That is I. So, we talking to y'all. Yes. So, TYT. They've been going through some shit. A lot of shit. And one of their main contributors, Mondale, had quit the show. He did this live on someone else's show. And for some reason, I just, I don't think TYT is getting it. I don't, personally. And I think they're crashing out. I do. So a lot of things been going on with TYT. They've been leaning more towards the right, I guess, in some sense. At least that's what the left thinks. And Mondale feels that, I guess they're pleading to MAGA a little too much. That's his opinion. I feel him. Personally. I don't give a shit about neither one of them. But Mondale, I fuck with him. He a brother. And he has his actual reasons on why he feels like TYT is taking the wrong turn. So let's hear him out. Let's see if Mondale is tripping.
I don't like where TYT is right now. TYT is starting to act like, and listen, I'm telling people right now, I have not severed my relationship with TYT. I'm being a buck. So what I'm saying right now might just end that relationship.
Whoa.
No, I'm gonna say what I gotta say.
It's the anniversary night, Nick. We're not doing the relationship ending tonight.
I'm with my family and I'm talking to our extended family. I don't really know what's going on over there, dog. Like I don't know if they had some kind of meeting or was it the Christmas party or what, where they decided that, we need to do what the Joe Scarborough did that cost them so many viewers, to say that we're gonna cover Trump, Anna, and Cenk showing up in the way they showing up. It ain't worth for me. I'm never gonna be quiet. So if they say, okay, you can't be on our shows no more, then I don't give a damn, because I'm not gonna be quiet about the way that they're showing up right now. You took too much.
How are they showing up, Mondale?
Like MAGA, like an extension of damn Trump. Like, bro,
you need to
this idea that these people ain't white supremacists, like normalizing Trump supporters as if they ain't racist, dog. I am not okay with this. I'm not gonna be good with Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski or Cenk or Anna or anybody pretending that these people aren't threatening our lives.
Now, that's his reason, right? He feels like, hey, these Trump supporters, Trump, this whole 4 years, this whole presidency is going to not be for him, right? Now, Cenk, he has this show where it's like, hey, voice your opinion, your differences, your views. It's okay. We can disagree on this show. Mondale's like, nah, I don't even want to be a part of it. Because what Mika and Joe did when they went to Mar-a-Lago and basically what kissed the ring, bow down, people looked at it as devaluing the show, right? And I mean, I don't mess with their show anyway, but it makes sense. Like, bro, you had this opinion, this view, and now you're changing it. Due to what? Because you fear that he's going to come after you? Like, why are we okay with what you weren't okay with earlier? Now, I did a video because I had blamed Trump supporters for these racist text messages that went out, right? And then I had retracted the video. I did. I was like, hey, you know what? It may have not been the Trump supporters. But it doesn't mean that I don't think some of these Trump supporters are racist or not racist. I do believe so. And that's how Mondale feels. Like, hey, bro, just because, you know what I'm saying, y'all agree on something don't mean that there's no threat. And I think some people just got to be vigilant. So let's see what he say.
I'm a black person first. They can keep that money for them videos. I'll go back.
You're a black person
my
first.
Wife and not having it create videos in the afternoon. I don't care. It's not what I'm not comfortable. We should all be mad. That was the last beacon other than Democracy Now! And Free Speech TV.
That's
I'm talking about real progressive media. Y'all took too much money from the ethos. Y'all took too much money with too many billions of views to be doing what y'all doing right now. So I don't know who offered you a check or which check you're trying to get, but I'm disgusted by it as a contributor and a person who helped grow Rebel HQ, another money source for y'all, to over 1 million followers, dog. I average 30 million views a year on Rebel HQ myself. None of those views join my personal YouTube channel or nothing. So the pennies that they give me is not enough to make me sell my soul.
You got a point. You got a point. You can't be mad at that man. You can't be mad at that man for that. But what do you think TYT is going to say? You think they understand him? You think they get where he's coming from? Or do you think he's complaining? Do you think they think he's complaining? You tell me. Let's see what Cenk Uygur has to say about the whole situation.
All right, back on TYT, Cenk, Uygur, and Jordan Yule with you guys. So yesterday, Anna and I did a segment like this where we're talking about the direction of TYT, et cetera. Jordan's a radical, okay? Total extremist. So we're gonna have a conversation with one of these loons.
Here we go.
Okay, you're off to a great start.
Okay. I'll play. So Jordan is to the left of me on some issues, whatever the left means in that context, but that's what we're gonna talk about. And he's gonna ask me a bunch of questions. I'm gonna try to read some of your comments that came in today and yesterday. We saved some of your comments from yesterday. I wish I could get to more, but I wanna start with one comment that just came in because I thought it was really interesting. I wish a Dragonwood wrote in, your favorite former hate watcher here, been a member nearly 7 years now. I wanted to chime in again regarding addressing your critics from the left. I want to be honest and say I'm on Team Mondale. Considering the threat he's received and how some of these folks treat me in Nebraska, I get just as angry. Hold. That just makes me, and he has in brackets, and Mondale, not the right person to reach out and try to find common ground. We need folks like you and Anna and Jordan, Jackson, everyone who can build toward finding common ground to hold the establishment accountable.
How convenient. How convenient, Cenk. He went through all those fucking messages, all those fucking comments. Boy, you know those comments was lighting TYT up. And he goes to find one that says, I hear Mondale, but. Really? Cenk. Come on, Cenk. Come on, Cenk. Talk to us, man. That man has legitimate complaints. What's wrong with that? Why are you not lifting your brother up? I mean, are you? Because I don't know. Let's see.
Instead of canceling, well, I haven't figured out how to upgrade to premium membership, so I donated $150 and will be gifting memberships starting in 2025. Be that voice for those of us that are too angry to do it sometimes. So that's a beautiful comment. And look, that I said yesterday, Mondale wasn't like the others. He had this genuine thing where he was really mad about it. I don't agree with him at all, and I thought
Mondale was black. Not like that. JR black too. But genuine, what? You don't agree with what? Bro, he said it clear as day. Racism. He feels that you're going to pander to the racism of the Trump party. Yeah, we got those, because I got homies that are Trump supporters too. But he feels that you're going to go full MAGA. And I think you got to explain to your viewers how you're not. Because some of the shit, especially Anna, sounds like you guys are going a little more to the right.
he went, I thought he should have called me, etc., right? But I didn't see any bad faith at all. And I know given what has happened to him in the past, I understand why he's more worried, right? And so you make a really good point. And guys, remember, I'm Muslim.
So why you disagree with him? You understand what Mondale went through. Threats and shit with him and his wife. But a few sentences before that, you say, I disagree with him. What? Bro, he has legitimate complaints. And you just brushing it off as if, we all got issues. He tripping. Nah, bro. Nah, that's TYT problem. Y'all, the thing with TYT is they like to straddle the fence. You know what I mean? There are people that are centrist, right? But there are people that are so on the fence, they don't know which way to lean. That fence is so far up their ass they can't see straight. And this is Cenk. Cenk don't know which way to lean. He's like, I hear y'all, but I hear y'all. And it's like, bro, are you progressive or not? I don't know.
And I've been threatened many, many times, right? By right-wingers, by like people that representing Israel have called me parasite a couple times. My name was put on an IDF bomb. I know what it feels like to be threatened. But I'm trying to find...
Right. That's true. Would you go holler at Benjamin Netanyahu? Would you you probably go on one of his shows or have him on your show or whatever, but would you be welcoming to him after what he did to you? That's what Mondale's asking. Like, is Mondale supposed to submit or be okay with having a relationship with someone that put their name on the IDF bomb, bro? Because if you would, then Mondale's like, bro, that's selling your soul. And he's like, I'm not with that. So yeah, we understand, Cenk. I've been following TYT for a while. And we understand. Y'all, you go through some shit. But your stances are changing, bro. And that's what people are calling you out on.
The best strategy to help all of us, right? So if I get too worried and I say, okay, no, I'm just going to resort to hating the other side or to not talking to the other side, that's not necessarily going to help anyone. It's normal. I get it. I get it as a reaction, right? So that's why I loved your comment, because it acknowledges both sides, right? That if you've had a terrible interaction with either right-wingers or racist or whoever it might be, that it's hard to get past that. So I get it, right? But you're right that it's my job to get past it so that we can get to what I think and hope is the best strategy. So thank you for writing in. So many more. I love it, but I know Jordan wants
so many more. How convenient he didn't get to the other ones.
To ask some questions too, or have this conversation.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of the criticism that you and Anna and the network overall have gotten, it to some extent has been you guys going on right-wing shows. Mm-hmm. There have been other people who have been critical of how you've talked about which policy is the right policy on issues like policing. You and I have had the debate over what is the best way to tackle just the general problem and all of them, like all the different facets of policing in this country. And then there have been people who have been upset with how you two have covered the trans issue. So
right.
I think what people sometimes miss in this, but I also do want to hear hash it out.
Now, that's a big one for me, because I was a TYT fan. And I remember a video, like 5-6 years ago. It was a while ago, bro. Now, mind you, I'm a young black man, grew up in Southern California, right? We have this, you can call it I wouldn't call it homophobic, because we got cousins and stuff and family members that, we relate to that are gay, I guess, right? I think there's a difference between being gay and being trans, right? So I think when it came down to, even some of my lesbian homegirls was like, hey, bro, that shit weird. I was like, nigga, yeah, it's literally taken from the woman. Now, I remember a video when Cenk said that he had to come to the trans community and apologize. So I'm sitting here, I'm like, what the fuck happened? What are you talking about? Cenk, now mind you, this is Cenk Uygur, right? He says straight up, I guess he called watching trans porn gay. He said, if you watch trans porn, then you're gay. Simple as that, right? And all men was like, shit, yeah, we agree. The fuck? We agree. And there's no way of parsing it. Nigga, yes, we agree. You watch that shit, you enjoy that shit, you gay. Go back to what I said about my relatives, and they don't act trans, but being gay isn't a negative, I guess. But you're gay. If you watching that shit, black, right? So Cenk says on another video, he says, I want to apologize to the trans community. I'm like, well, what the fuck happened? What you mean? What happened? What happened? He said that he learned some shit and apparently it's not gay to watch trans porn. Bruh, wait, whoa, bruh, what happened? Nigga, wait. Hold on, it fucked me up. I'm sitting there like, Uygur, no. How? Why are you changing your stance? Make it make sense. Well, don't. You ain't got to make it make sense to me because I don't give a fuck. But we were sitting there looking at him changing his values just to appease another community. And if you look at it, to me, it's all about that check, bro. You didn't want to get canceled back in that the height of that community when everybody was being called transphobic and you didn't want to lose your show and all that shit. I get it. But I got a question. Do you watch trans porn? Not like that. Hey, don't cancel me. Listen, I just want to know, do you really believe that it's not gay as a heterosexual male to watch trans porn? Because that flip of your views fucked me up. I ain't got shit to do with this whole going on right-wing shows and all that. But, bruh, something in you, this whole straddling the fence shit, I ain't gonna say that.
Do you think that it's fair for people who have these criticisms of your policy stances and then also see you going on right-wing networks? Do you think it's, I think that there are well-meaning folks who see all of those things and think, well, they're clearly tacking to the right, because we have seen people do that in the past.
Yeah, that's a great point. And so I think I addressed this on another show. That's why I wanted to do it on this show, right? So look, guys, if you say, I see that you guys had some, what I think is small disagreements, but maybe you think it's big disagreements on the trans stuff, it was so minor. It's just about like professional leagues and being called a woman, but okay, but you can think it's major. On crime, it's a little.
See? This right here, Cenk, that's that rug. It's a big ass rug. You lift it and you throw shit under it. Yeah, I hear you. Small shit. That's what the Democratic Party did. They did. They was like, yeah, this trans issue, yada, yada. Listen. And then when that Trump fucking ad came out, him, her, or them, whatever the shit said, me, you, whatever. I don't know. I don't fucking care. But we're sitting here like, bro, that was a main issue and you're calling it small. You're calling it small. You are calling it small. Throwing it under the rug. We got people that's complaining about the shit. We got questions like, why is it a thing for trans men to go to schools and read books to kids? Why is that a thing? You want to call it small, right? It's little to you. But we want to know, hey, bro, okay, y'all read. What is the purpose of going to these schools with these impressionable babies to read them books? What's the point? Tell us a point. Because for you to think it's a non-issue, not that big of an issue, yes, there is women that are competing against men. Like, bro, I had a debate with a friend about the last boxer, right? I said straight up, if it's a dude, nigga, that's wrong. Everybody should get sued. It is what it is. When she came out, or when it came out, I'm gonna put it just like that. That there was questions. We don't know. We got to check the chromosomes. You got to take a test, yada, 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 right? Motherfuckers talking about, hey, man, she did. They emphasis on she. And then, I guess it came out recently that he didn't. And so, I guess my views changed. I'm like, hey, I was literally on the side of, I guess I'll call it the side of correct just to be whatever. But I said it straight up. If it's a girl, y'all scandalous, calling her a dude. If it's a dude, he's scandalous, beating up on that girl. Simple as that. So sometimes when your shit change, I guess it matters. But you got to explain it. So I need you to explain some of the shit. Because that's what everybody's asking from me. We need an explanation on why you're flip-flopping. We just need it. And for you to just throw it under the rug like, yes, that's not an explanation.
A little bit more significant. There's a lot of folks like someone who wrote in earlier thinking it's just crime panic and you're going for a right-wing narrative, etc. It's not. We showed you the statistics, but that's okay. It's a normal disagreement. But you see that, and to Jordan's point, and then you see me going on right-wing shows and go, wait a minute. And there is a phenomenon pulling a Rubin, right? And you've seen Rubin do it, and you've seen Tulsi Gabbard do it, and you've seen others do it. So I get being concerned, like, whoa. But you've got to then go, okay, yes, but what happened next? Did they actually pull a Rubin? Or were they doing something else, right? So number one, if you say, hey, any disagreement is unacceptable, well, then we're just not gonna agree, right? Because I could do likewise, and in fact, that would be terrible if I did likewise. If I said, hey, you know what, Jordan disagrees with that, that's it, they get him off the air, which is what MSNBC does, which is what CNN does, which is what Fox News does, right? And so, but we don't do that because we want disagreement here. It's okay. So what's the difference between a normal disagreement and the kind of weirdo fights that have broken out online? Because some people aren't trying to have a conversation where we get to the right answer. Hey, what should be the right policy on crime? They're trying to attract attention, and that's why I'm saying bad faith, by not only saying that what we're saying is not acceptable, like, well, who determines what's acceptable? Why do you get to determine it, right? But on top of that, they're saying, well, then we know that they're already right-wingers, and we know they're going to do X, Y, and Z, but
filibuster. That's what I said. He didn't answer the question. I'm just saying, he didn't explain himself. He didn't even entertain Mondale's actual complaints. He just literally went on a tangent about, yeah, but. Right? Now, I ain't gonna lie, I agree with something, not all of it. When it comes down to calling everything racist, mind you, I'm pro-black nigga, I'm black first, like Mondale said, right? But we can sit back and analyze what's good for us. We can. We don't have to indulge in it, you know? It can be just a thing that's like, all right, well, it's not for us, you know? But for you to sit here and have this show of, yeah, well, we can have different opinions and just kick his opinion down the fucking street, like, doesn't matter. That's when you lose viewers. You do. And we're sitting here like, hey, bro, are you going to address the threats he had? Are you going to address some of the racism that he's concerned about? Are you going to at least acknowledge that everybody is saying something about TYT? Or are you just going to go on this cocky ass rant like, yeah, it's not that big of a deal if you disagree, so what? And it is what it is. Well, we're all going to watch your demise. I'm here for it. It is what it is, right? It's not that big a deal.